Yo, what's good? It's your man, 100 grand, Ross with the Rock Never Stops. The Boston Celtics must play game one like it's game seven. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button for me. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications to get more of this. Let me be clear. Miami has the better coach. They have more experience. They have confidence. And they have absolutely nothing to prove. The Boston Celtics, they have all the pressure. The number 2 seed going up against a play-in team. They have more talent. They're riding the high of potentially their best player elevating himself to the highest heights that he's played at in the playoffs. They have everything to prove and validate going against Miami. Whereas the Miami Heat is a team full of underdogs. How many of their starters went undrafted? Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson. Went overlooked. Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, counted out. Kyle Lowry, unwanted, and have banded together in probably one of the grimiest basketball cultures in the NBA, the Miami Heat. And then you have Boston. Boston has a bunch of pretty boys, a bunch of finesse skill players who would rather run around you when the Miami Heat just want to run through you, want to tackle you, trip you, scrape you, bump you, bruise you. And Boston would kind of rather just swing the ball, cut past you, get to the rim with a nice layup. From the moment that Jason Tatum arrived in Boston, he's had the royal treatment, the red carpet. Any doubts? Short-lived, because he's talented. He's an amazing player. And so he always does just enough to keep validating everybody staying on his bandwagon. And I'm not one to say that he's not deserving. But he still hasn't gotten all the way there. He still hasn't been able to bring home that ring. He's had a lot of quick success and sustained success. And so we're never able to really quite get on him the way we might others. Not like a Luka Doncic, right? Really struggling to win in the playoffs. Missed the playoffs this year. Still not playing defense. Still not elevating and showing the leadership that's necessary. And yet Boston continues to do just enough to remain the darlings of the NBA. This is a matchup of styles. They say styles makes fights in boxing. Who can impose their will? Well, as we saw, Boston has been able to impose their will quite a bit throughout their tenure together. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, they've constantly been able to figure out, except when it mattered the most in the NBA Finals last year. And yet, here they are, right back against the team that almost took it from them last year, getting to Game 7. And now they're going to have to, once again, get into the mud. They're going to have to get their clothes dirty. Going up against a Miami Heat that would love nothing more than to ruin the darlings' bid to get back to the NBA Finals. Who are hungry, chomping at the bit after having gotten so close last year. Kyle Lowry having been counted out and overlooked. Got Kevin Love released by the Cleveland Cavaliers to their own demise, obviously, considering that they needed one more front court player and potential scorer against the New York Knicks. They didn't have that playoff toughness. And here he is, starting for the Miami Heat, giving them great minutes with outlet passes and backdoors and offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds and putbacks and soft touch jump hooks in the paint and giving just enough extra scoring to take the pressure off of Bam Adebayo, who's doing absolutely everything on the court. Boston has to play game one like it's game 7. Jaylen Brown is going to have to start the game on Jimmy Butler. And this is something that's non-negotiable. To put anybody else on Jimmy Butler from the beginning would be to their own demise. If I see Grant Williams, if I see Marcus Smart, if I see any other defender other than Jaylen Brown or even Jason Tatum line up across from Jimmy Supernova Bucket Butler, and they let this boy get going in game one, and they lose, it's over. It's over. It's not a question. It's not a fight anymore. It's not a battle. Miami is winning in 5 or 6 games if Miami wins game one. And Miami knows this. Miami knows they have the better coach. Miami knows that they have a deep bench. They know that they've got hungrier guys who are desperate for a chance to prove themselves. A bunch of them who are stepping into free agency with Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, who are looking to validate getting this next contract. Remember, contracts they didn't even think they were going to be able to get because they weren't even drafted. That's who Boston has to contend with. The guys who don't mind scraping and scrapping for every loose ball because it's just what they do. It's the only way they even got here. It's the only thing that gave them a chance to get into the league. And this is their moment to extend themselves beyond the bare chance that they got getting to the Miami Heat. Boston has to give game one absolutely everything they've got. Everything. They need to throw haymakers from the time that the bell rings and the fight starts. They better be throwing power shots. They better be looking like Canelo going to the body. If they don't, Miami will be. And if they aren't careful, they might get knocked out before the fight has even begun. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications, and I'm going to get at y'all next time. It's your boy, your man, 100 grand, Ross with the Rock Never Stops. And I'm going to see you. Peace.